Okay, Heather, you crack me up. You are overcomplicating all of this. I'm gonna help you. It totally sucks, all those $200 photographers. Let me tell you, when I first moved to St. Louis, my next door neighbor told me she would rather spend $200 on a pair of jeans than $200 on family photos. I about threw up in my mouth. And then I did her pictures for free because she jumped in on a mini session for me, and she's like, "Oh, I get it." Once they experience it, then they're gonna get it. Here's the thing: those are not your clients. Those are not your clients. Zachy swimsuit's in the other room. Go tell Grandma to get it. It's downstairs. Sorry. You need to, what you need to do is you need to email the best photographers in your area, not just the ones you find exactly online. Keep researching, keep researching, keep researching. If every single person is that cheap, it sucks. It really sucks. Like, it's, people are like, oh, you can spend that, you can charge that much. I mean, some people, like, there's one extremely famous photographer. I can't say names, but she only charges $800 total because her market is horrible. And she's the best one. She's the best one in the country at newborns. And it's terrible. It's terrible. They end up buying other stuff because they fall in love with the pictures. But, it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and look at your pricing really quick. And then we're going to go from there. Okay. As part of your photography session experience, you want to not only read digital images for you, but also beautiful fine art from your lab. Here's what I think about that. Some clients may scare them away. And here's why. Because some of my clients know for sure they do not want prints. And you know what? I have my digitals priced high enough that if they were to just buy the CD, they had the session fee $150, I'm making $1,000. That's where I want to be. I'm fine with that. There's no overhead for me. It doesn't cost me anything. I end up making more money. Does it suck they're going to print somewhere else? Absolutely. Is it hard giving up control? Totally. I am crazy about color. I just refer them the best that I possibly can. Tell them if you have any special prints that you'd like on your wall. And I tell them, I'm like, you know what? I'm not a salesperson. If you want to do the milestone package, what I recommend, don't buy anything big right now. If you're going to buy something huge and you're going to splurge on one thing, do it at the end of your year and get it through me. And that's what I say. If you're going to splurge and get one of those special pieces of art, get that through me. If you want anything else, just go to MPEX. And then they think, oh, you're right. That's a special piece of art. So I think that's a really good way of phrasing it. So as part of your photography, so all sessions include pre-session planning to help with location and close, as well as custom planning to meet the goals of your session. I think that's good, a little bit wordy. You put on here, I will also be offering family mini sessions once or twice a year. Watch your website, Facebook, and I think that's great. It just looks like a lot of words for me, but I think it's good because you have everything in here that you need. And I think that's great to have those. I had that same thing on there. It says you're just relocated to Clovis. For the time, you're offering 20% discount on all sessions. The session can take place at any time. Okay, so I'm assuming down here that's crossed off. That's the discount. It's normally $200. It's for $160. I think that's so cute. When I highlight over it to look at it, though, it gets light. I'm not sure you want to do that. 30 to 45 minutes photography time. Approximately 20 to 25 edited images in a private online gallery. 10 of your favorite images from your gallery on a CD. I think that's really crazy cheap. If you want to do this, I know you talked about, I'm going to go back here to your thing. You did see on here, edited, going back to the session fee, maybe $150 and offering a print credit. Now, that can get tricky, but for your particular situation, it might be a good way to bring people in the door. I wouldn't do 75, I'd do 50 because overhead that's going to cost you $10. So I think that might be a good idea. I would do $50 print credit. Maybe $150 and offer $50 will go towards your print. I think that's a good idea. If I were you, I'm telling you, girl, I would get rid of all this all-inclusive stuff. You got to break away from the shoot and burners. This is a shoot and burn. You shoot and your stuff's included. That's only for mini sessions. People are going to freak out, but you just got to keep marketing to the right people. Now, if you're not booking anybody, give it some time. It took me a good 6 months when I moved to St. Louis to start booking, and now I'm slammed through the end of the year. I mean, it just takes time, especially when you move, and we're going to go over that more next week for you. Your mini session, $240. So for mini session, it's not too much. Okay, so this confused. Oh, child mini session, that's why. Mini session, up to 6 people. So here's the thing. Do you really want to price them differently? Because you're only giving them 5 more images. So for 5 more images, they can have all those people. I don't know. You might want to condense that. Just my thought. Full session, $320. You get 25 of your favorite images. Okay, so why are they going to do a full session? for mini session for $240 when they can do it for $320, which is what you want. But $320 is really cheap. I think sticker shock is scary for people, and it sounds like it's scary for people in your area. I would strongly recommend, you saw my pricing, just take the numbers down a little bit. I would strongly recommend doing the $150 session fee, $50 print credit, like you said. I think that's good for your situation. Does everybody need to do that? No. Do some people need to do it when they get out in new areas? Absolutely. Brings people in. There's nothing wrong with that. People will tell you that stay expensive. Don't if you're not getting, I mean, if you got to pay the bills, you got to pay the bills. I think this includes too much stuff. I don't think you should be including all this stuff. I would go back to the session fee and have collections like I've got on there. We need to rework your stuff. Newborn session, $360. So it's $40 more. On all these, what I would do session fees. I'd do your session fee for your newborn, maybe do it at $200 because it goes 2 to 4 hours, you know. Yeah, that's what I would do. Returning clients take 25% off. What I have right now is book me, get 4 of your friends to book full sessions. You get a free full session with all of your digital files. That is a huge incentive for people because it's worth $1,000. They get a free shoot, and all they have to do is refer 4 of their friends. I do not give it to them just for people referring. They've got to book. But yeah, I would ask for additional images on your CD movie purchased, to tell you the truth. I mean, unless you're doing like a smaller thing, because to me, if you have 25 of all your favorite images already, okay, we need to go back to this too. 25 of your favorite images, which means they get to look at your unedited photos and put them on there. That's what I would think as a client. Now, as a photographer, I realize you're probably showing them a gallery of how many pictures, which, you know, is 30 to 50, but they're going to think that they can view those. And that's what you said on here, 35 to edited. Why edit all those if you're not going to give it to them? I think it's crazy to edit all those photos. You don't need to edit 35 to 50 pictures. If I were you, I would edit 25 or 30 to 40 pictures. All of that is you're either all or your 10 or your a la carte. You don't want to sell digital files for $20 because that's nothing. You need to sell them for like $100 because otherwise people are just going to buy one file and print it for their Christmas card and you're going to get hosed. Go back to my pricing again. I think we need to rework this. The first thing that you need to do is get your session fee at $150. Have a few collections. Have a la carte. Collections need to be discounted. You may actually want to get easy as pie pricing as well. I think it's going to help you organize all this a lot. All images on the CD are printable to 8x10 and up. Higher resolution. I would not do this. Take that out of there. You cannot require people to buy large images from you because they won't do it. I think you need to price your CD high enough that you're okay with them printing on their own. I think that's going to scare people away. I think you have, I'm using my hands, you can't see me. I think you got too much going on over here. I think your idea behind this is good, but the idea behind this is you really want them to get that timeless piece of art. Then what you need to do is make a collection where you get half of your digital files plus 1 canvas print like I have. And that gives them a way to get some piece of art. I think you need to get easy as pie pricing. I think it's going to help you. And you need to look into your digitals because my digitals don't have sales tax. So I put on their products are subject to sales tax. Digitals are excluded, but I don't tell them that to the ordering session. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place with you. But I'm going to come back to you. Okay. Thought on doing the credit is clear up the $150 isn't for everything session CD. I think you're right. Say that print start at $20 or whatever, but contact me for a full pricing list. I think that's a great idea. Print product prices would be very similar to what you have listed above. So I'm going to look at that in a minute. And I don't think you should do that. I think it's a turn off. The minute I saw that, I was like, ooh, all of a sudden she got expensive. It just looks scary, even if you're not. So pricing 2014. Okay, I'm going to do here. I'm assuming this is the pricing. Oh, that's Google Plus. Never mind. Facebook page. Where do I see the pricing? I'm wondering if it's on the other page. Did I miss it? Here. Or am I on it already? I think I'm already on it. You're probably laughing at me right now. Pricing guide. Here we go. Okay. That's just me being in your head. Okay. I had already copied it. That's why I was able to do that. Okay. Pricing guide. Your wallet's 15. 4x6s 15. Mounted print 20. You don't want to mount 4x6s. I just wouldn't. I just even take that out of there. 5 by 7 unless you want to. Some people like it. 8 by 10 is 20, 30. Okay, I think these are reasonable. I think this is good. I think these are wonderful. Cause this is so cute. I love how you did this. This is cute. I need to take pictures of my pictures. Custom design cards and announcements come double-sided and are available in packages of 25 and are available. Okay, first set is 45. Each edition is 35. I think that's wonderful. Storyboards. All this is great. Keep in mind, they're able to get 4 pictures now for the price of 1. So keep that in mind. 8 by 10, $50. So you're able to get 4 pictures for $50. So you may want to make that more expensive. Or may not offer them, or just may offer one size. You may just want to offer 20 by 20. That's what I do. And I tell it to them on the side. I hate making them. They're a pain in the butt. I'd make them for 6-month sessions or 20 by 20. They get 10 pictures in there, or 20 pictures in there, and they're all 5 by 5s. Canvases, or those are mounted prints. Okay, your canvases. I think this is all good. I think these are cheap, but it depends where you're getting them from. Gallery mounted prints. These are cool. You got a lot of fun stuff in here. Those look good. Digital files. Okay. I'm just reading this. Everybody else can read it too. Okay, here you say, I highly recommend ordering enlargements through me in my professional printing lab because my computer is custom calibrated and the color will be night and day difference than a standard lab. You need to say why. Okay. Higher resolution, 5 additional images. See, this is confusing to me. What you can do is you can do low resolution files, $400 for all of your images. High resolution files, $600 or whatever. If you want to do that option, then they have the option of getting the lower resolution files, which makes them have to get prints through you. They're going to spend more if they want to get the higher resolutions, you know, and then they can print on their own. Or they can get the cheaper and get all the files and then just get a handful, and you might see that you might make more money that way. That might be your option. Have two sets of digital files, and then I would go back to this other pricing page and I would simplify it because I think it's way too much information, because I see all this and I go over here and I'm like, whoa and whoa. So session fee for detailed pricing, come here. I think that's your answer. All right. Let me know if this is confusing to you. You're in my other group. Feel free to post. I will help you as much as I can.